This is the reading for those of you born between 13 and 22 of October, where the sub-ruler of Libra is Jupiter. So we have abundance and balance. When we know, of course, the ruler is Venus, so we also have relationships and love. And the card associated with Jupiter is the Wheel of Fortune. The card associated with Libra is Justice. So we can say that Jupiter slows the Wheel of Fortune to give Libra some chance to take a break from worries and concern. And the card from the minor arcana, the Four of Swords associated with this period, it's we even called the Lord of Rest from Strife. So we see these three swords here, like all the worries and the concerns, still the fourth ready to serve. It's a chance to catch up with the rest after thinking, studying, analyzing, judging, whatever, being just obsessed with intellectual issues. And we also have this stained glass here with two people, like they are taking care that you are really taking a good rest. If we look at the card before, we see here that the window is open where those people were watching you, and there are some butterflies coming in, so this is also a sign of transformation. And then if we look at the card from the other side, then we have also these people here who it looked the butterflies are flying away, and it looked like a scene from Romeo and Juliet when Romeo, people think he is dead. Be a mystic journey, out of the body experience. It's maybe an initiation ceremony, everything that has to do with a healing or a prayer for inner guidance in whatever form people like to do it, like meditation or just spending time to think of carpe diem. I remember some time ago I met a Polish writer, I think, but he lives in England, and he even had carpe diem on his socks. He said that if we will all stop once a day and just think of death, it will make us more alive. And then the card after, with this woman bringing flowers, I see that Venus. I have to think again of Romeo and Juliet, especially because lately I saw two different shows about this classical story. In one show, both of them actually just did as if they died so they can escape their parents, and after that they run away. And in another one they had the chance, but actually in both they had the chance to live, but that was not definitely a happy ever after story. For you, maybe a time to wonder from what do you need to retreat, where do you need to focus your energies in order to recuperate your strength, what do you need to do to gain a better perspective and to be fair and just in the situation. Like also in this card, just give yourself time to rest, laying aside all plans and turning within for guidance. And this is very much in a dream world. It's like a med bed where you can totally recuperate. And if we look at a card from the intuitive night goddess, even more clear, the invitation for inner introspection. This goddess here, it's in a cold landscape, but it's still flowering. She has the fourth sword on her shoulder. Trust that you are on the right direction. You have the knowledge to act on your intention and bring projects to fruition. I know that when the soil rests, after that we have even more beautiful flowers. So in the same way, don't fear what is coming. Allow yourself to align your energy and then trust. And if we look at the Muse Tarot, we have again a beautiful Four of voice with the same invitation. Rest, sweet creator, you are on the edge. It's time to pause and slow. Reflect and wait, initiate, suspend, and life will glow. And if we look at the Ancestral Path Tarot deck, the Four of Swords is a time to listen to your inner voice and act upon the messages that you have. Don't need to bury your good ideas, but maybe don't pay attention to what others are imposing for you to have as a goal that you don't feel that it resonates with you. Focus on your inner voice, the invitation to go inside. Because it's a 4, I look for the card associated with number 4, and this is construction. You are building, you have this home, but in order to build it and to make it your real home, you need this time to rest and let all the worries, and then maybe create from this space of internal peace. And as always, I went to the Beneath the Moon and look what the story associated with 4 of swords is. And this was the story of Fenrir from the Norse mythology, and I had to look at the Norse mythology and read more about this story, because I had to think, why is this connected with the 4 of swords? This wolf was one of the sons of Loki. All the gods were afraid of Loki, of course, and also of his children, especially because Thor had a dream about the children, and when they discovered that he had 3 children with some giants, he decided what to do with them. And with the big serpent, one of the children, so there were 3 of them, and I see Thor as the 4th character in the story. But the big serpent, he sent it to the sea, because this is what he saw in his dream. But then he even thought, dreams know more than they reveal, even to the wisest of the gods. So he was not sure he did the right thing. Then with the second, that was a girl who had let's say, a strange physique and a strange face. He made her the queen of the poor souls who die in unworthy ways. In Norse mythology, those who die in battle goes directly to the side of the gods. And then the 3rd child was this Fenrir. All he saw, Thor, in his dreams about this wolf was that he will be there at the end of everything. So then they try to chain him, and of course telling him that they just want to see how powerful it is, and they try 3 times. And the 3rd time they ask the dwarves to make a chain. I found it interesting, because his mother was a giant, but then the dwarves were the one making this ribbon, who was actually strong enough to keep him. And then in the end they even put a sword in his mouth so that he cannot bite anymore. Point is that they were afraid of him. And then he said in the end, when he was caught, I would have been a friend to the gods, but your fears betrayed you. So I see that as a kind of symbol of our fears and how big they can be, and especially because it was associated with the dreams that Thor had, that he will be at the end of everything. They thought that he's going to bring the end of the world. How our dreams can cheat on us and make us become obsessive. And I think the illustration from the Dali Tarot of this 4 of swords has the same ideas, because we see here the death of Marat, the tile of the painting, and again this 4 swords and the serpent here. When we have too many thoughts, they are not like the 4 points of the compass, so they go in all directions. Then we can become a victim or a fundamentalist or a martyr in this way. Yeah, the thoughts are very dangerous if we don't control them, or if we don't know how to get rid of these negative thoughts. One way will be to just close your eyes and try to imagine a beautiful light coming on your thoughts, and then that light, like you have here, maybe rainbow colors, just to dissolve the negativity of the thoughts. And when you think, what if, what are you really afraid, what are your biggest fear, and then maybe face them. So this period of rest, it's not necessarily that there are no more thoughts, but learn how to deal with them and how to transform them from negativity, from concern and worries, in something that evaporate and then just becomes part of this construction. They become constructive. They are not destroying you. They bring flowers even in the snow. I hope this reading gives you some insight, and thank you for watching.